every time that we go, oh, men are killing ourselves, or men are so lonely these days. And the women go, well, what about us? And I'm thinking, yeah, what about you? So in this video, I'm just going to ask questions. A question: does anyone care about us blokes? Yes, we all know about the statistics of men unaliving themselves at a massive rate. Like, there's no national equality because it's like, oh, us men had it good for so long, or it's because of the patriarchy that men don't open up. But it seems like in my generation, millennial, Gen Y, and the Gen Zs, it's like we don't have community because, especially, I was watching this YouTube video talking about this, the lack of community, the lack of showing up, the lack of being inconvenient. And I know that myself, that sometimes that I act like a lone wolf, which is not that healthy. But it's that I don't want to kill myself. But then again, I do have community myself. And because one of the things that I do twice a month, I go to Toastmasters. And then once a month on Saturday, I go to my local writing group, which I'm the president of. And the good thing about with those sort of extracurricular activities or hobbies, as you want to call it, it gets me out of the house. It gets me around people of a share interest, but also that, like millions of other people in this world, I have a second job, and my second job is that I deliver with the apps. And I actually quite like that because it gets me out of the house. It gets me sort of interacting with people. But then again, at the same time, that I wouldn't like to do it full time is because that it gets kind of lonely a little bit. And the most interactions that you would have was that basically when you show up to pick up a McDonald's order, you go, oh yeah, I'm here to pick up for order A123 or A23. Yep, no worries. Well, most of the time, so sometimes, or you just might wait there for a while and get fucking ignored, eh? That fucking pisses me off. But also the thing is that what gets frustrated me is that what are the rules of dating? What is the thing with dating? Because in previous times that I get frustrated when I get matched with a chick on Tinder, and it's just like, you send her a message and you ask her a question, and it's like she gives me one word response, like, I just, oh yeah, so what do you do for work? Oh, I work at Woolworths. Oh, so what do you do? Oh, also, I study. Well, what are you studying? Study the what are you studying? Yeah, and I swear I speak English, bro. And it is like she goes, oh, I'm studying psychology. I'm like, cool. What made you want to study psychology? It's because I want to help people. And it gets in the conversation, and it's just, it's fucking frustrating. And then it's like, you go uptown and you go to the nightclub, you're trying to have a conversation, but you can't hear each other. And suppose, I don't know what it is, and suppose I'll say numbers games. But then again, at the end of the day, it's like if I want to fuck, I could just go and get a sex worker from the classifieds. So, and I just think it's because of late stage capitalism. It's because we don't have enough time, how expensive that everything is, the cost of living, the stable unemployment, is that we don't have time. And suppose, then again, that tell you the truth, I actually come to the place in my life that I actually like to be single. It's because that I don't have to fucking worry about anybody else, and also that I don't have the time to spend time to be in a relationship because I'll be constantly worried about money. And And it's like, well, no wonder why. And it probably just another reason why it is leading to guys have given up because I've given up on dating, to be honest. I was talking to my next door neighbor and he was like, well, why don't you go over to the Philippines and go and get you a bride and that? And it's like, well, at the same time, I don't really want to because I kind of like being single. But also, there's this other thing is that why do women want to be in men's spaces? Like, can't us men have something of our own that is not a brothel or a strip club? Something that us men could just be blokes. We could talk about shit. We could talk about the sports. We could talk about anything else with no women there. And suppose there's this big brouhaha of the men's shed. And the idea of the men's shed is basically that you have blokes, especially it's targeted towards older men, that they'll go to this shed and they just start building something. And like it gives the men purpose and a sense of community. And it's like you want to bring women into it. And I was like, well, no, fuck off. No, fucking no. You got your own organisation. You got the Country Women's Association. And if you want to learn how to build shit, well, I don't know, fucking go on YouTube, figure it out yourself, fucking organise it. Instead of having coming into the men's shed and taking over. It's like the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts, that should be separated. And also, another controversial hot take that I have, I honestly don't believe that women should be drag queens because the idea of drag is that basically gay men dress up as women and have fun. It is camp. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be, it's a parody. It's a mockery of women. That's the whole idea of it. But I don't think a cis woman has the right to be a drag queen because of the history of it, because of how back in the past that was actually against the law to be gay. And I just found out in Queensland that being a homosexual was decriminalised. So I was born in 1986. So for 5 years of my entire life, that if you were a gay man, you can be arrested. And that's fucked up. And that's the reason why they do drag queen, is because I think that they relieve the pressure. And I just think there should be some sort of traditions, like in other cultures, right? Like the Aboriginal culture, for example, I believe, is that you have men's business and you have women's business. There's a separation. Sometimes that we don't always have to be together. It's like women don't need to be in men's spaces. So can't we have our own spaces? Yeah. And I just like to say, and look, I'm not against, if women want to be a welder or a boilermaker, but also if they are a boilermaker, you're working with a bunch of dudes and that you should understand that this is how blokes behave. And if you don't, and it's something that you just got to be put up with. I know that it's not right, and I'm not saying that no women should be sexual harassment. Harassment is wrong. Bullying is wrong. Yes, I'm saying all that, but let's face it, ladies, us men are fucking pigs, if we're being honest. Because suppose every time that if someone says that, oh, men are struggling or I'm struggling, suppose you women like this, well, go, well, what about us? And I'm just honestly think, yeah, what about yous? Because how much things about domestic violence that we have, or I suppose then again, if women are killing themselves at the same rate as men, it would be like, oh my god, stop everything. But fucking men, it's because we need to open up about all this kind of stuff. But in conclusion, that space that I just think no one gives a fuck about us men's because men are killing themselves, and it's like, oh well, it's because of patriarchy. The rules of dating are just so fucked up. No one doesn't know about the fuck about with the dating situation anymore. And then why that women don't need to be men's spaces, and it's okay for us to have our own spaces. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and if you like it, can you please give this a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.